Okay, can you really imagine how awesome this is? Our own raw material? Wow! And my plan is really to give you all information how we made this worldwide collaboration about Ukrainian hemp and PAPACKS, how we get from the raw material, the plant, during the whole internationality of Ukrainian, Europe, and then finally in Netherlands, Germany, everywhere where our factories are, we produced this unique and unbelievable raw material. One of the most important things, what I would say the last 50 or if not 100 years happened in the paper industry. I will explain you step by step and demonstrate you the unbelievable products we can produce now from this unique raw material. You have to understand one thing, what you will see finally in the process. The paper industry also always worked with the raw material, hardwood and softwood. Yeah. They're cutting trees, and I mean, everybody knows this is so stupid. They're cutting trees and bring it to the paper or packagings. And what we done is so unique and so awesome. You can't imagine this. So we can now really stop to cutting all of the trees. We can produce this beauty of the products, yeah, for pharmaceutical products, food safety products, BRC, FDA compliance, and we can produce all of this in wet molding, dry molding, in thermoforming, with all of these technologies in the paper industry, molded pulp industry from industrial hemp. This is so great. Better functionality, better stiffness, better surface this renewable material brings with it. I'm very, very proud of that, and let me pick you up and show you how we do this.
There are moments in history when everything changes. When a single idea moves us forward, and nothing will ever be the same again. And now, the next great revolution of humanity is about to begin.
Ta-da! Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you saw now really the whole supply chain, and it is for me really a heartful mission that I want to share with you. We don't just talk about a breakthrough in the paper industry and the molded pulp industry, and now we have this unbelievable products like this, all kind of products, all shapes of products, transportation goods, even really for chewing gums, bottles, any kind of colors, etc., etc., etc. So, I mean, it is so great that we have now these possibilities for cookies, etc., etc. And even if you want, you can produce from industrial hemp also products like this. Yeah. What is happening here? This is very important that you understand, and I want really pick you all up and share with you, because I think this is more than 70 years, 80 years that this topic was not really picking up from the paper industry. You have to understand that the paper industry, I explain this always like this, yeah. They are so really conservative, sitting in their sits and think, well, we have everything, we don't need renewable materials, we don't need new solutions, we have our trees. But hey, in fact it's not your trees. In fact the nation needs these trees, the hardwood, the softwood, all of kind of trees, and the pollution needs it, and we have to rethink our whole supply chain. And this is what I done. This is what PAPACKS done. This is what I'm so proud of our partners done, like Ukrainian Hemp. And in this collaboration, Ukrainian Hemp, as the biggest industrial hemp producer and farmer in Ukraine. You have to understand, we talk about an area where there is a war. We have to understand that it was so incredible challenging to do this and set up this supply chain. And I mean, we were there with our partners 3 years ago, 3 years before the war begins ago. And if you see this beauty of this country, this heartful people, this really incredible nature, and this hard worker people, you have to understand that it was, for me personal, very, very important to get a success there, to demonstrate that Ukrainian and Europe, Ukrainian Hemp and PAPACKS can collaborate and can bring this what nobody really believed in this project. Everybody just laughed about us and about me, and everybody said, hey, this is so big, you can't do this, how you want to subsidize paper from trees to really a certified BFR, FDA compliance, regulatory, food safety. In the process, you have to understand, you saw the big machines. It's not so easy just to put a new renewable material and then you can produce everything kind of products. It is very, very challenging. So we started really to investing millions and millions of euros to get this machine, the pulpers, the formers, the dryers, the coating lines, the shapes, the shrinkings, the tools, all of this setup, we have to adjust to this new renewable material. But I understand how important and how awesome this is when we really get the successful steps by step, and we can do this, and we done it. So what is happening now? You have to understand that it is so important that we stop to cutting the trees. The trees are for the pollution and for air and all of this vegetation. We have now a fantastic renewable material, and you have to understand also, we don't just talk about some tons of the material. You saw the process, what we are doing. From the farming, from the processing, we process in a big factory, in a big gigafactory, very close to the raw material where we farm, where we get this beauty of the plant. We can work with the seeds, we do proteins, we do oil, we do long fibers for textile, automotive, constructions. We do all of the rest, the shelf for the animal industry, all of the rest what we can do. We have a technical achievement what we can really make pulp of that, and from this pulp we can do in the next steps paper, and from this paper we are now able to supply to all of our gigafactories. And of course we want to share with all of the other paper and the molded pulp industry members. We want to share our raw material, we want to supply them that they can also produce this beautiful kind of products. And what is then happening there? The functionality of the product, the stiffness of the product. If you compare it really to bamboo, to sugarcane, to hardwood, to softwood. It is a fully new level. The stiffness, the functionality, the surface. It is so fantastic that you don't really need hardwood and softwood anymore. The whole forest shipness, I think they are now angry with me, but I don't care about this. This is my mission, to bring a renewable material like industrial hemp to all over the world. This was and is my mission, to really substitute plastics and aluminium and glass. You don't need this stuff. This is like trash, what is happening there. And it has here now a stop. What we are doing here now is to really scale up our model, to scale up our techniques, to go worldwide with gigafactories, with licensed cooperation partners, and to bring this renewable materials to every production in the whole world. This is so important to understand that PAPACKS has got, with their partner Ukrainian Hemp in the Ukrainian, the access of 100,000 till 500,000 tons. We talk about 500,000 tons. It is not just an idea and a vision. Oh yeah, Tassin is again here and talking about industrial hemp. Best quality of fibers, less CO₂ footprint. Yeah, you can harvest it 3 times, 4 times as the vegetation is perfectly. You have just benefits on that. It's commercial better. You can substitute the whole plant, and end of the day, we have the access at the moment, and of course we can scale this up too. The access of 500,000 tons, it is not just a crazy idea now. It is a lot of raw material which we can bring now in these productions all over the world. And we can change the supply chain. And I can guarantee you, we are so strong, PAPACKS, Ukrainian Hemp, licensed corporation, partners, who are really believing in sustainability, who are really believing in environment, in this generations, in the next generations, all over the world, that we will work, and we will work so hard to bring this awesome raw material really to the stage and to all over the world in the factories, and to produce this kind of products. Everything can go in the circularity. We can produce from materials again. Everything is certified. This is fantastic, guys. This is fantastic. You have to understand what is happening here. I'm so enthusiastic at the moment. And I'm so happy that we have it really in our hands. We can now change. We can change the world. We can change the way of thinking. Hey, guys, it's so important that you understand, for this generation and for the next generation, we have to rethink everything. We have to recycle everything, and resources like water and renewable materials, etc. is so important. So please combine everything. We are in one boat, and this is in one ship. This is the earth. And we have to understand, we have really to collaborate together, like PAPACKS and Ukrainian Hemp done this awesome thing, what you see here now. It is important that everybody join us. It is important that we really have a very focus on sustainability, and we have to work together, and we have to make this earth, this place, to the better world. It motivated me also that we can do it. We can substitute not just the plastic, the aluminium, the glass. We have barrier properties in the raw material itself. We don't need paper from trees. We can go in industrial hemp and other renewable materials and do fantastic products. Let's do it. We can do it. Thank you.